everyone. Hello. Welcome back to my channel. I'm always so happy to find you here. I do post every week on Thursdays. So set your calendar, and you won't even have to set your calendar. Just subscribe and it will alert you. So please subscribe. It's very easy to do. Just simply have on your email and click subscribe. It's as simple as that. And also please remember to find my book on Amazon.com. This one is my latest motivation and inspiration for the people at work, as well as this one is If It Ain't One Thing, It's the People at Work by myself. And you can find them if you're in Southern California at several bookstores, a lot here in Long Beach, actually, where I'm at. So shout out to Page Against the Machine and Village Treasures and Geek Squad Books. Yeah, there's one called Geek Squad Books. So just take a look and yeah, support. I love it. Today, I'd like to follow up on, it's not really follow up anymore because most of my content is about two things, accountability and apology. And those seem to be so difficult for people, and I have no idea why. I just don't. But I wanted to follow up with the accountability from last week because I'm picking up on, well, let me explain it this way. There's this term that I use when I can't get the truth from people and they don't realize I already know the truth. In work situations, primarily, because in personal situations, I just come at you and just say, hey, babe, or whomever. So the word I use is denial lie. Denial lie is exactly what it sounds like. It's you denied and you lied. And you denying and you lying now. So why? It's to me, it's a way of dishonoring a person. It's a way of disrespecting a person because you don't have the strength within yourself to tell the truth because you don't think they know it. So you deny it to the point to where you're almost like a cat in a corner. You know, they have cornered you and now you're forced to say it. Yeah, kind of thing. And we're all adults. Why is that necessary? But I guess it is because it's common. So for example, when you lie to a person to begin with, it's disrespectful, it's dishonorable, it's belittling. But when you deny the truth they know, you deny and you lie. That's like adding salt to a wound. It's even more dishonoring. It's even more disrespectful. It's even more belittling. So really what you are now, you're at their mercy for whether or not they will forgive you for what turns out to be your smallness. Yes, it's your childishness. And when I say you, I mean you, all of us, because what happens so often is I can see it in you, but you can't see it in you. Or you can see it in me, but I can't see it in me. It's so few of us that are accountable for our parts in situations, for our fault in the situation, for our mistake in the situation. This is why accountability is so important to me. And to be accountable for a mistake requires an apology to fix it. And so for me, if you owe an apology and you don't give it, you're still at the mercy of that person. And let me tell you why. Because of the dishonoring and all that we've already discussed. But what you do is you find yourself in what I call the three L's, which is a loss. You're on your way to losing either trust or the person altogether. When you do that, there is the loss, there's the learning, there's the love. So let's talk about that. If whatever you did and you're denying and lying, and you know, a lot of times people say, oh, it was a cheating on somebody's situation. No, it could just be a friendship where you lied to your friend or you did something, what I call gossip girl, or you did something that was not respectful to the friendship, that person was hurt by that. And so now you have to look at the value of the friendship and which way is it going to go? Which way is loose? Which way is it going to go? Because now there's a little crisis in it because of your actions. So if you don't quickly pivot back and fix it, you can lose that person. So that's what I mean by the loss. And then the learning. The learning is occurring for both of you. The hurt you did to that person and the hurt you did to that person for you, and the fact that they know something different about you. There's nothing more disturbing. There's nothing more disturbing than to find and discover a negative truth about a person who was dear to you, and you had no clue they were that way. Because now you feel, who is this person? There's nothing more disturbing than to find a negative truth about a person that was dear to you, and you had no idea that was that way. That is why some of these, well, I don't know what it is. I mean, that's a little extreme, but like, I always think of the what he called BTK, no, BTK killer, bind, torture, kill. I mean, he was just world famous for killing women. He got away with it for 25 years. And when they interviewed his daughter, first thing his daughter said, well, that's not my dad. Yes, that is your dad. Yes, he admitted it. He turned himself in. He couldn't take it anymore. Yes, that is your dad. It's just not the man you knew. So it's very disturbing because you have to reconcile what you thought you knew in a person to what is that person. That's very disturbing. So it's very hurtful. And that's what impacts the love. Loss, learn, love. That's what impacts the love. The dirty thing you did, it impacts the love. Do they trust you with their heart anymore? Do they trust you with their friendship anymore? Do they trust that you will ever be who they thought you were anymore based on what you did? So the devastation of what they know about you, and then you turn around and denialize it, it hurts them even more. It's childish. It's childish. And another thing it is for a person to refuse, or I won't even say refuse because that's not what it is with most of. Most of the time it is an inability to grapple with themselves to do it. They know in their head it's the right thing to do, but they can't connect that to their heart to actually do the act, admit it, and apologize. Instead, they go back to the loss and they just kind of let it simmer away and they lose that friendship. What a fool you are. That person had great value to you. That person helped you along. That person brought to you what no other person. We're all unique. That person made you better. That person helped you in your career. That person helped you in your love life. That person helped you with relationships with your friends, or brothers or sisters. That person was a guiding light to you, and you lose all that, you're a fool. You see the energy? You see the energy? Let me tell you why. Because we have not learned to value and connect in the way that we were created to in the first place. This is why it was so difficult for so many people to even live in their own home during the quarantine. They were ready to get out. They were ready to get out because we haven't spent the quality time with one another. You should know your loved one, your friend, your sweetheart, your coworker, or whomever, whatever type of relationship. You should know them at their personhood and value that within them. And don't dishonor, disrespect, disregard anything negative. Don't negativize along with your denial lie. Grow up. Love better. Love deeper. Love holy. And speaking of holy, I have even seen Christians who, in my mind, are the first or should be the first to do the right thing. Because by natural habitat of being a Christian, you should be open to doing the right thing. I've even seen them not do it. And to me, that is almost sacrilegious. Put down your cross. I'm a soldier on the battlefield. Really? What have you learned when you can't even do the most basic of apology? I'm not knocking off Christianity. I'm talking about people who do those things. You haven't grown. Go to church every week and you still a gossip girl? Something's wrong. Please be wiser. Love deeper. Love openly. Love religiously. As what would Jesus do? That's what he would do. And I love you. I love you enough to say these things, because when you dishonor a person, you dishonor God's creations. Yes, you do. None of us are perfect. Oh, I know. None of us are perfect. However, it is your opportunity to rise above yourself and be a better example before yourself and that person, which spreads out into the world for others, as to what you did and how you should apologize to it. The same tongue that you pray with at night, that you love someone else, so that you use to speak sweet words, can't say too simple, I'm sorry, or I was wrong, or can we talk about this? We expect a closed door. We expect a closed heart. We expect a closed mind. Wake up to the fact that love is more powerful than any other substance in the realm. And don't we know it with what's going on with Russia and Ukraine right now? Because see, if you love, you would have never found yourself in that, when so many warnings say, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. But we want to do things our way. So let's love better. Let's apologize when we know we owe it. And all of us are imperfect. So that means that one time or another, you owe someone an apology. And do not let that love turn into a loss. A long-term friendship, a long-term coworker, a long-term relationship, because you can't give a righteous, well-deserved an apology. Grow up into your mindfulness, my loved one, and I love you. Really, I love you. Even my cup says one love. We're like, oh, it's meant to be. I love y'all. Bye. Bye.